yourself. It's a very weird
T3
The Harry Potter series is in very early development at HBO Max. Variety has learned from sources. Vague. Though no writers or talent are currently attached to the project, sources say conversations have taken place with multiple writers on the potential series. There's no word yet on what the focus of the show would be or what part of the Harry Potter timeline it would focus on, should it move ahead.
That joke was amazing, by the way. So no, whatever. You're like, was it? Was it? You're gonna stop. You're texting my fiance right now, right? Stop telling Joy about what I just said. You're always snitching on me. But are
you a Harry Potter guy?
I was literally about to ask you that question. I am not. I saw all the movies. I have. This is okay. Epic Rap Battles of History just recently did a new video, a rap battle between Luke Skywalker and Harry Potter. And there's also and one of the jokes that was in the rap battle was the fact that Harry Potter is just a complete ripoff of Star Wars. You know, orphan boy, sent to live with.
Everything's a complete ripoff of everything. Every hero's journey story is going to be
but beat for beat. I mean, orphan boy's parents are killed, sent to live with his aunt and uncle, and then a wizard that tells him about this magical force power thing and takes him away to go train him. And it's literally the same exact story. But and that's also trending on TikTok too. There's the sound of a comedian lays it out perfectly. So I'm with that. It's a complete ripoff of Harry Potter. I've seen all the Harry Potter movies.
It's not derivative of other things. I'm just saying, like, every.
Oh, she found a George Lucas novel in the trash can and decided to make a new book about but I've seen all the Harry Potter movies. I've never seen the Fantastic Beast movies, but I'm going to. I just haven't gotten around to it.
No.
What? Really? I should. Is it like the equivalent of the prequels or something?
I admittedly only saw the first one and I was so disappointed.
You didn't like that pod race? Now this is pod racing. So the fact it's funny. Is what?
I love when Eddie Redmayne casts a spell and says, "Now this is pod racing."
Yeah. But it's funny you're saying that people don't like some people don't like the Fantastic Beast movie, and it's a prequel.
I'm saying I personally don't like the Fantastic
No, Beast. I'm gonna take that. You represent every moviegoer in America, in North America, so that everyone hates the Fantastic Beast. Just like the people were very critical of the prequels. It's funny how this is set before the Harry Potter saga, and it seems like people are kind of like, I don't like it, just like the way they did with the Star Wars prequels.
Honestly, but then there's also the Cursed Child, the play that I know has gotten very mixed reviews.
Right, the book, is that a book or is that a?
No, it's a play. There was a stage, like a West End and then a Broadway play.
Why would anybody want to see a play about Harry Potter? That sounds like the
apparently the magic stuff's actually like one of the highlights of it. They do a lot of really cool like stagecraft stuff to make like the magic happen. So
guys on the live chat, speaking of that, why didn't the Spider-Man live play not work? I thought why didn't that work?
There's a book about it. It's fascinating. If you actually want to know, like we can unpack the Spider-Man musical.
Well, let's do a separate. Let's save that for the after dark stuff. But
as far as Harry Potter goes, my biggest issue at this point is like, I love the books.
Mm-hmm.
I own all the movies.
Got all the movies.
I am a fan. I actually just watched.
You have a life-size poster of Radcliffe on your wall.
I actually just watched last night, funnily enough, Puffs, which is they filmed it, but it's a play telling like the events of the Harry Potter book from the perspective of like the Hufflepuffs who like weren't really involved. It's very well done. It was a lot of fun, but yeah, I'm definitely a Harry Potter fan. At this point, I kind of hate giving J.K. Rowling more of my money because she's super transphobic and kind of a terrible person. But I will put that aside for this conversation, because if I keep bringing that up, then this won't be a very interesting conversation from a creative standpoint.
It's so weird that a person who made $1 billion off of writing stories about wizards and witches and stuff like that is like, marriage is between a man and a woman. Like, that's
not even that. No, it's transphobia through disguised as feminism. It's very weird. And it's honestly just like, one part of why it's so hurtful is because for a lot of the community is because she wrote these books that are so about like love and finding a place where you feel like you belong. And I know a lot of young LGBT kids really read those books, and that those themes resonate.
Oh yeah, I've heard that too. I'm pretty sure they felt like, wow, really? Because her fan base, I heard that, yeah, a lot of her fan base was from the LGBTQ community.
And honestly, I feel like J.K. Rowling is just like and like, I am curious to see what the game plan would be for this series, but I feel like J.K. Rowling is such a big example of like, girl, just like take your $1 billion and stop talking and go away. Like,
exactly. She's not in charge of like developmental and all that stuff anymore. I don't think so all the thing that happens.
Like, she tried writing another book that wasn't good. Right. Like, I feel like it's just one of those like, girl, you did it. Like,
you did it. Just shut up. Just keep. I mean, from what I heard, the Fantastic Beast was based on just like it was just one book, right? But they're breaking it. It's like a little. Like a guide to
like Hogwarts textbook.
Yeah. And they were able to turn that into like a saga, like a trilogy. So it's like Warner Brothers is sending you these dump trucks full of money. Just chill out. Like, it's for the love of, I mean, to quote. Yeah. To quote my favorite rap group, Bone Thugs and Harmony, for the love of money, F the fame. Like, just like you said, be quiet. Just take your dump trucks of money. Just, don't worry about it. Like why make waves and whatnot? You're just gonna. I mean, your legacy was pretty much in stone, and now it's like, now people are like, do I really want to support her now? But from what I heard, it's going to HBO Max, is what I'm predicting.
No, that means wizard titties.
Oh, Emma, what's her name? Emma Watson?
Yeah.
The world can only hope. That reminds me of that old commercial. How many licks does it take to get to the Cicero Center of a Tootsie? I'm kidding. I like the way you give me the cringe look.
I'm just like not a fan of these jokes.
But you say titties and I get in trouble. How does this happen? How?
Standard, Chris, look it up.
I feel like Floyd Mayweather over here. But guys, look, I'm curious on how this is all going to play out. I mean, if it goes to HBO Max, with everything that's happening with all their movies that are going to HBO Max and into the theaters, and then Warner Brothers changing their minds. And this isn't, from what I can tell, this isn't a solid, like, for sure thing. It's still in the very early stages. Like, they just greenlit it.
The real question, and we did bring this up in the community, I think the kind of the $1 million question is, what would it be?
Would it be set after the movies? Would it be set?
The new Scarmander or Charmander, whatever the hell his name is, spinoff nobody asked for with Fantastic Beasts. His name is something ridiculous like
Charmander from Pokemon?
No, his name is like Newt Scarmander. I don't care. And then we did a sequel kind of actual thing with the play.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. I'm curious. Someone did mention, and I highly doubt it is what they will do, because the movies are still fresh enough in everyone's mind. But someone was like, someday they should do like an actual miniseries adaptation, because as a fan of the books, there is so much in the movies that gets either not really done right or not really touched on that is kind of an important piece of the story,
I'm sorry, I was laughing. Joe Ryan says the show will be about a young gay Gryffindor. Probably.
Well, and I will say, when we asked the community, I feel like this is personally, I think what I would want, and what I know a lot of people I know who are fans would want. Dylan James Locke. Oh, am I like jumping around on you?
Oh, no. Go ahead. What were we going to say?
Dylan James Locke said, personally, I want to see the Marauders school years. Andrew Sweeney said same. And Amy Newman says same. I just feel like they're really engaging.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
So Harry's dad, and then like Sirius Black and Remus Lupin, if you remember them, it's like Gary Oldman in the movie, and then Peter Pettigrew. So they were like friends. I think it would have been like the 70s technically, but it's like characters that people already love.
Right.
It would kind of encompass the first Wizarding War. I am sounding so.
So you mean like set right before Harry was born?
Yes.
Like,
so
okay.
like Harry
that would be interesting to me.
Who are some of the most beloved, like Remus and Sirius, I feel like are two of the most beloved characters in the series.
That would be interesting.
Them in their days at Hogwarts going in, and it could kind of mirror the Harry Potter series and like going through the first Wizarding War. I feel like that could be, I don't know if it's what they do, but I feel like it could be a really
why do I just sidebar here, why do I feel like the word, am I wrong about this? Why do I feel like the word muggle, that's the word for human, right? Or normal person?
Yeah, like a non-wizard.
Why do I feel like that's like a slur word? I'm not gonna tell you what I feel like.
It's super supposed to be like,
right? It's supposed to be the equivalent of another word to me. 100%. To me, as a black man, I'm offended by the word muggle. I just feel like, I don't know, but I feel like maybe
don't say it with a hard L in
your Exactly. The ER is bad. The A is okay. But I just feel like
well, then there's Mudblood, which is like,
oh yeah, I remember that. Oh God, it's been so long since I've watched. Maybe
like this should be so silly, and it's so I feel no, those books get dark.
Yeah.
They really do capture some.
Let's see. H. Wells on the live chat says, talking about J.K. Was it Rowling? Is that her name? Rowling. Read what she said and point to what about it was transphobic. She was simply defending women's sex-based rights. I mean, if that's what you believe, that's what you believe. But look, it's like let me tell you what, it's the equivalent of. I know it's maybe it's not, but let me just give another example. Let's say you have a person in the community, a white person who grew up in the black community, and all of his friends are okay with him saying the N-word and whatnot. That's okay. That's fine for him and his friends. But if he goes outside of that bubble, which like she did on social media, and then say what she normally says or whatever, then you are now open up to the responses of everybody else out there. Just because your friends are okay with it and your circle is okay with it doesn't mean that the rest of the world will be. So what she said what she said, and people reacted the way they reacted. So
if I may, very quickly, what it comes down to is the erasure, the concept that women are only people with vaginas is inherently transphobic. Sex and gender are two different things.
Yeah.
This is not what the topic's about. You can Google this if you want to have a conversation about this. Fine, but I don't really care to do it here.
Yeah.
That's all I really feel the need to say about that.
But the as far as the series, I think I would be okay with it being about his dad and what was going on right up to, like, I feel like if they did a series,
it feels like the most logical, like, people actually like and care about these characters. Why are we not engaging with that, you know?
Yeah. Like, if no matter how many seasons it would last, like the last season would be going to like right up to when they, you know, have to give Harry away. Like Harry is born, and I feel like that's the way it would go. That's
just give them away. They're like hella murdered.
No, I'm sorry, my bad. You know, I forgot. Yeah, they were hella murdered. They were like,
super dead though. Yeah. I don't know. remember that.
Yeah, the last episode of the season finale should be that whole scene where Harry's like, the boy who lived, like that whole scenario. I think that would be interesting, like to see what his parents were going through, before he was born and everything. I think that, to me, that will be interesting. The question is, guys, what do you guys think?
If you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe to the channel and please drop a like on this video. It really does help us. Also, don't forget you can turn on notifications so you don't miss a single review, react, why is that trending, or we got your mail.